What up, y'all? On today's video, I'm doing a reaction and a review for Kanye West's new album, Yay. Are you ready? It's lit.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no.
Yeah, yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Bright here, the R&B kid, and you're tuned into another episode of On the Bright Side. On this channel, I talk all things music and entertainment while always keeping things positive and always find the bright side of everything. But if this is your first time on my channel, please go ahead and make sure you hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. And then after you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell next to the subscribe button so you can get the post notification. So every time I post a new video, you are hearing about it, okay? I don't want to get lost in the shuffle of all your other, subscriptions and all that stuff. So every time I post a new video, you're gonna see it. So hit that bell next to the subscribe button after you subscribe, okay? Appreciate you. Okay, y'all, so like I said, this is going to be a reaction and a review for Kanye West's new album, Yay. This is Kanye's 8th studio album, which is being released on Good Music and Def Jam. He released it on June 1st, 2018. There's been a lot of hoopla surrounding this album and all the other albums that are going to be released on Good Music in the month of June. And we also have Pusha T's album to start everything off last week on May 25th. I already did a review and reaction for that album with my boys last week, so I'll probably put the card up here. Go check out that review. And the one thing I will say that I hate about being a YouTuber is a lot of times people want your first reactions. They want it so bad. Like, no, give me a reaction. They would like that. A lot of people love my reaction videos. But what y'all don't understand is that, for God's sakes, like, sometimes when somebody listens to an album for the first time, they don't love it as much as you probably have after you've heard it a few times. So for all my viewers out there, y'all need to realize when I make a reaction, especially my first one like I'm about to do right now, this is my first time hearing an album, so I have not fully fleshed it out yet, and I still give y'all my rating. Like the Pusha T album, I didn't love it on first listen, and I feel like I've been getting dragged for it, but it's like, yo, a lot of times people just don't like an album like that the first time they hear it. But I have heard the Pusha T album a few more times since last week, and I actually really do like it now. I'd probably give it a 4 or 4.5 out of 5. But when I first heard it, I just thought it was kind of all over the place and I didn't really get it, but I like it after I've heard it a few more times. So y'all need to let all my music YouTubers, I feel y'all struggle. Like, people don't understand that sometimes, like, your first reaction is really your first reaction. Like, people just have to take it for what it is. Just take it for what it is. And stop getting so upset at every music YouTuber that doesn't love your album the way you thought you would love it. So, but moving on from that, this is Kanye West's review. So I'm going to do a reaction for Kanye West's album. I'm excited. I low-key even think this album was going to drop because up until June 1st, we had no album cover, we had no track list, we had no credits, we had nothing, no info about the album. So I was worried that this album's not gonna come out, but we have it now. He released it, I think, in the early morning of June 1st. I've been trying to keep my ear off of social media in the streets because I don't want anything to cloud my judgment of the album. But I'm ready to do my reaction for y'all. So Kanye West, yay! Are y'all ready? It's lit. Track 1. I Thought About Killing You. This is a depressing start to an album. Damn, Kanye?
You only care enough to kill somebody you love. The most beautiful thoughts are always inside the darkest. Just say it out loud to see how it feels.
Today I seriously thought about killing you.
I contemplated premeditated murder. I think about killing myself, and I love myself way more than I love you, so today I thought about killing you.
This repeated word, spoken word vibe is interesting. Kind of depressing, but interesting.
To say something good to compensate it so it doesn't come off bad.
Kanye
Sometimes I think really bad things.
Kanye is so aware of himself, and you're already seeing it right now in this track.
It's a different type of rules that we obey. Yeah, season, nigga, we obey.
Hey.
We was all born to die, nigga, DOA.
Hey.
Niggas say they hero, I don't see no cake.
This is such an interesting intro.
I thought I was fresh my Debo ways. Even when I went broke, I ain't break.
Amen.
All you gotta do is speak on yay.
I kind of wish he separated this track in two, but I'll take it. Track 2, Yikes.
Shit could get menacing, frightening, find out sometimes.
Kanye's about to lay out all his demons on this album. He's about to lay out all his demons. And I don't know how I feel about it, but let's get into it.
Russell Simmons wanna pray for me too. I'ma pray for him cause he got me too. Thinking what if that happened to me too? And I'm on E-News.
Oh my god! Oh, that was an interesting, that was a creative line. That was a creative line. Yo, what do y'all think about Russell Simmons? Y'all think Russell Simmons is guilty? Y'all think it was all some bullshit? Y'all let me know down in the comments.
Myself. You know how many girls I took to the titty shop? If she get the ass with it, that's a 50 pop. I still bring the bad bitches in the city yacht. Just a different type of leader. We could be in
this track hype.
Smoke a whiskey, leave a
Hey.
See, this is why all the bitches fuck with ye. Fuck what they talk about. Sometimes.
Talk your shit, yay.
Off man, ask yourself. Shit could get menacing, frightening. Ask your homie right now. Look, you had a shot at yay. I scared.
You had a shot at yay? Ask your girl. Hey, yo, talk your shit, yeah. I ain't mad. Talk your shit. This track is hype. Hey.
I can feel the spirits all around me.
Hey.
I think Prince and Bikers trying to warn me. They know I got demons all. That's my superpower.
I can't take Kanye right now. This is, I don't even know what he's doing to my mind right now. You know, he's talking in third person. I don't even know what's going on right now.
Been trying to make an army.
Be real about it, Kanye. Be real. Come on. Talk about your demons like a real one.
Niggas been trying to test my Gandhi. Just because I'm dressed like Abercrombie. You see?
Ooh.
You see? That's what I'm talking about. That's why I fuck with ye. See, that's my third part. That's my bipolar shit, nigga.
Track 3, All Mine.
I'ma lose my money in it. Crazy I'm a doula, obligado, get the rubbing on my lap, get the chili up the bottom. Fuck it up, fuck it up. Pussy good, gon' back it up. Pipe up, I'ma pipe up. Making mine, I done fed enough. Juicy thing, make the pussy snap. I'ma lose my money in it. Crazy I'm a doula, obligado, get the rubbing on my lap, get the chili up the bottom. If I pull up with a Kerry Washington, that's gon' be an enormous scandal. I dare have Naomi Campbell. Let me hit it raw like fuck the outcome.
Hey.
Be here without come. If I see you pull up with the 3 stripes, hey, I'ma fuck around and make you mine, bitch.
This track is so simple, but it's a low-key vibe, but I hate the hook though. That low-key felt like a throwaway on first listen, but that's just me. I don't know. Track 4, Wouldn't Leave.
They said build your own, I said halfway. I said slavery a choice, they said hi, yay. Just imagine if they caught me on a wild day. Now I'm on 50 blogs, getting 50 calls. My wife calling, screaming, say we about to lose it all. I got the mind state to take us past the stratosphere. I used the same attitude that done got us here. I live for now, I don't know what happened after here.
That was an interesting line, wow. Hold on. Yeah, he said I use the same attitude that ain't got us here. Wow, that's, ooh. Kanye just shaded all the black people, but also showed us that we could be better in the same vein. And that is such a weird feeling, because I want to be like, okay, yay, talk your shit, but then I also want to be like, yay. Like, going off of this whole slavery was a choice thing, it's like, I don't know. How do y'all feel about? Did I hear that line correctly? Let me hear it one more time. Hold on.
I state to take us past the stratosphere.
Yeah.
I used the same attitude
that ain't got us here. Wow. What do y'all think about that? Let me know what y'all think about that line. That is so interesting. I'm so conflicted because I feel like Kanye's delivery and his message right now, with everything he's been saying, is kind of on point. I feel like his delivery is off, but I feel like his message is on point. So it's interesting that he feels like everything he's saying, he's doing it with... man, I don't know how I feel. I want to agree with Kanye and like, I'll big him up. But I also want to be like, man, Kanye, let's not act like black people have not been trying to advance themselves before you even got on this planet. So, I don't know. That was interesting. Interesting line.
I ain't finna talk about it another 4 centuries. 1 and 1 is 2 of me and you. That's infinity.
It feels like Kanye made this album last week, especially after all the TMZ shit. He literally made this album in like a week.
But you ain't wanna listen, did you?
We never listen to a woman. We never do.
Now you testing our loyalty.
Oh.
This is what they mean when they say for better or for worse, huh? This for you.
Damn.
And I know you
wouldn't leave. I like this track. This is interesting. I like this. I know she wouldn't leave. I like this. I like the piano like throughout the track. It's mad chill, mad reflective. A real last song about all types of relationships who have people that never left even through all the bullshit because of the love. I mean that's just life, man. Interesting track. Wow. Track 5, No Mistakes.
believe it or not.
Okay, I like the sample already, even though it's like 0.2 seconds.
Believe it or not.
Make no mistake, girl, I still love you. Make no mistake, girl, I still love you.
Oh, I got dirt on my name. I got white on my beard. I had dead on my book.
What?
Let me make this clear. So all y'all.
He said, well, yeah, say I got white on my beard. Wait, am I just, do I got my mind in the gutter or is he talking about old age?
I had dead on my books. It's been a shaky ass year. Let me make
It has been, yeah.
so all y'all see. I don't take advice from people less successful than me. Huh?
Okay, our first listen, I didn't really understand this track, but I love the hook by Charlie Wilson. Shout out to Charlie Wilson. I liked his flow on the track. I just don't get it, but I'll go back and listen again. I don't know. Track 6, Ghost Town. I've been looking forward to this track ever since I saw the track listing. Ghost Town.
I wanna lay down like I did on Sunday. Sunday.
I want to lay down like God did.
I've been trying
This track was definitely supposed to be on Kids See Ghosts. It definitely was supposed to be.
to make
And I wonder why Ye put it on his album instead.
Once again, I'm a child. I let go of everything that I know. Yeah, of everything that I know. To see if I still bleed. Yeah. And nothing hurts anymore. I feel kind of free.
This is a depressing track, but I mean, look at the album cover, and this whole album is just very, very reflective. This is a, I don't know. So, to see if I still bleed. Damn, that's depressing. But people out here going through shit, man, including Ye himself. Damn, that was a depressing track.
The kids we used to be.
That's real, man.
Yeah.
That was probably the most interesting track on the album. I love at the end when he was saying, I don't know who the singer was, but singing, we are the kids we used to be. We're still the kids we used to be, and I love that. That's so true, man. To the day you die, you never stop being a child. Like you get older, you become an adult, but like we are always still that child that we were when we were younger. No matter how old you get, and that's real shit. No matter what you go through in life, no matter how much you progress in life, like you always be that little kid. At like, you know. So I love that. That was dope. Track 7, Violent Crimes.
Even the scary nights, thank you for all of the glory. You will be remembered all. Thank you to all of the heroes of the night. Reality is upon us.
This track is a vibe. Hold on, I like this track a lot.
Niggas is savage, niggas is monsters, niggas is pimps, niggas is players. To niggas had daughters, now they precautious. Father forgive me, instead of the karma. Now I see women as something to nurture. That's something to conquer. I hope she like Nick curves under your dress. I know it's pervs all on the net, all in the comments. You wanna vomit? That's your baby. You love her to death. Now she cutting class and hanging with friends. You break a glass and say it again. She can't comprehend the danger she in. If you want her, she moving with him. Blood still on her pajamas, but yesterday is dead. Yeah. Moment of silence. Next should be off the college and then at the altar. Cause she know that niggas is savage. Niggas is monsters. Niggas is pimps. Niggas is players. To niggas have daughters.
Probably my favorite track off the album so far. This track is amazing. And so real. Yay, thank you for talking about this type of shit.
Saying like, I want a daughter like Nicki. Oh man, I promise I'ma turn her to a monster, but no menages. I don't know how he's saying it, but let him hear this.
Hey, I love that. I want a daughter like Nicki. I'ma turn her to a monster, but no menages. Hey, that is so dope. That is, oh, come on, Nicki. You better be a part of this album. I love that. I love that. I love that. Shout out to Onika Mirage. I just highlighted her track Chun-Li, My Bright Side Makes Volume 5, which I just put out. Go check out that video. I'll probably put the card up right here. But I love that song. I love Nicki, and shout out to her being a part of this album in the last few seconds. I love that. Okay, y'all, so I just listened to Kanye's album, Yay. This is my review now. Like I said before earlier in this video, guys, this is my first listen of the album, so if you're not really feeling this reaction, or if you're not really feeling the review, I'm sorry, but this is my first reaction of the album. So, you know, I'm not gonna say I was in love with this album on first listen, but it was probably one of the most interesting projects I've heard all year. Even after Pushes, which was very interesting too. This whole 7-track album released by Good Music is a very interesting strategy. I in the back of my mind, my only problem with this 7-track album thing with all the Good Music releases coming out is that I feel like it's kind of stifled every album that's coming out, because I don't necessarily think Pusha will, I don't necessarily think anybody was trying to make a 7-track album besides Kanye. I think Kanye's the only person who actually wanted to make a 7-track album, and I think everybody else actually wanted to make a full album. You can't tell me Pusha didn't want to make a whole album. You can't tell me Nas didn't want to make a longer album the way he wanted to make it. And same thing with Tiana Taylor. You can't tell me Tiana Taylor didn't want to make an album that was more than 7 tracks in her own vision. I feel like Kanye just came through and like fucked up everybody's like output of how they wanted to make their album for this month of June Good Music releases. First, just off the bat, making every track 7 album. I'm making every album 7 tracks. I think it's an interesting release strategy to kind of, you know, to kind of bring Good Music to the forefront of the conversation right now in hip hop, and to kind of like bring about this sense of camaraderie in the label. You know, and to kind of bring about their sense of camaraderie as a group in hip hop, you know, as a label group. But I just felt like it's kind of making every album not what it could have been in a sense. But maybe I'll feel differently after some time, but that's how I'm feeling right now. But going back to this Kanye album, I really felt like this was a very interesting album, and a very I don't want to say educational, but I really loved how he got me thinking on this album. That's the one thing I think I'll definitely say. I loved how Kanye got me thinking on this album. Push didn't really get me thinking like that with Daytona. He just had me loving the bars and his rap skills, and the beats were dope. But Push didn't really get me thinking that much on Daytona, even though it was a very well executed project. But this album really had me thinking, because I think one of the central things I've noticed in this album is just the theme of self-reflection and kind of self-awareness, which I think is what I'm so proud I'm so proud of Kanye for, I think, more than anything else on this album. I think Kanye's always been a big and, you know, kind of endorser, and his artistry has always been kind of, you know, it's always been rooted in like self-awareness and like self-reflection, but I think this album just kind of took it to a deeper level. As we all know, Kanye has been in the middle of a media hoopla around a lot of his comments, a lot of his tweets, and a lot of his decisions right now. Meeting with Kanye, meeting with Donald Trump, and just all his new shenanigans. So he's been at the center of a lot of media hoopla. I would say way more negative than positive, as y'all know. So it's interesting that as Kanye's in the middle of this media hoopla, he puts out this album where I feel like he really broke down his perspective and a lot of what he's been kind of feeling, I think, in a much more constructive and organized way than all his media hoopla shit, which is what I was saying from the beginning. If you go back to my video where I was talking about my thoughts on all the Kanye West and R. Kelly and Bill Cosby media shit when it was going on in the hype of it back in like early May, go check out that video. I'll probably put the card up here for that video. And that video just talks about all my thoughts around those three guys and what they mean to, you know, to the culture right now, to entertainment, and how all of their different controversies and scandals in the media right now and what they all mean. And I was pretty much talking about how I feel like Kanye is really in a space right now where I feel like he's not exactly putting his best foot forward in what he's trying to say, but I think what he is saying has some merit. So I feel like he brought it out in a better way in this album. I think some highlights for me, I thought about Killing You, the first track. That intro was such an interesting intro for the album. And when I was first listening to it, I was like, what the fuck is Kanye talking about? But then I was like, oh, like, this is a very interesting concept. He's pretty much saying, listen, I love myself more than I'll ever love you. And that's amazing, because no matter how much you love your family, you know, your significant other, people around you, you always need to love yourself and yourself first. That's the first rule of life. You need to love yourself more than you love anybody else, because you can't love anybody else unconditionally if you don't love yourself. So before you love anything else or anyone, you need to love yourself unconditionally. And Kanye was saying, listen, I thought about killing myself and I love myself. And that's such an interesting concept, because after that he said, listen, even though I love myself and I want to kill myself, that means I thought about killing you, because I don't love you as much as I love myself. So I thought about killing you. I don't know if he's talking about his significant other or family or friends or whatever. I just thought that was such an interesting concept. I don't think about killing myself right now at all. But for people who are in that state of mind, people who can relate to that state of mind, who can relate to that feeling, and who can relate to being in that space in life, this I think was an interesting track to look at and to really listen to and to connect to. Because I think it really promoted self-love and also kind of not going there. You can think about it. I think it's normal, like, to kind of be in that dark space and think about maybe killing yourself or killing somebody. I can relate to people being in that dark space. I can empathize with that. I don't judge anybody. I can empathize with people being in that dark space. But I like that Kanye turns it around by saying, listen, I love myself more than I love you. So I think that was kind of the silver lining to that whole idea. It was a very interesting and kind of depressing intro to the album, but I think I liked what he was trying to say with that whole song. I think another highlight for me was Yikes. That was a very interesting track to me. He kind of just, yeah, he was just talking his shit on that track, and I love when Ye just gets into his talking shit mode and just says whatever the fuck he wants to say. And that was probably, I think, the one track in the album more than any other track that to me just like was that old school Ye just like talking his shit. So I really like that track. The other track I really liked, I like this track. I say Wouldn't Leave. That was an interesting track. I think another great one talking about just relationships and loyalty and being committed in a relationship and going through all the ups and all the downs of a relationship, and knowing how much people want to leave or stay because of trials and tribulations, but knowing at the end of the day, when people who are really committed to each other and people who really love each other, they're always going to stay and be in it no matter what. And I think so that track was like an anthem and a dedication to all the people who have been in relationships where there's been some shit going on and you stayed in it because you love that person, you were loyal, and you were in it. And I think that's one of the most enduring things in life, I think, is to be in a relationship that's hard, but you stay in it because of the love you have for that person. I think that's one of the most endearing things, unless it's abusive. If it's abusive, like I ain't fucking with that. But you know, if you're in a relationship where you're just going through stuff, but you already love each other and y'all are sticking through it, I think that's a commendable thing. I think it's one of the most endearing things in life, and I think Kanye really just talked about that on Wouldn't Leave, among some other stuff. And then the last track I really liked off this album was the last track, Violent Crimes. I really loved this whole track. Kanye just talking about him becoming a daddy, not only a daddy to a son, but first of all to what's her name, to North, yeah, becoming a daddy to North a few years ago. You know, Kanye was definitely in that place in his life when he was younger. He was a new rap star, probably fucking chicks left and right, you know, making all types of mistakes and doing whatever. And now he's in a different place in his life. Like I said, that self-reflection, that self-awareness. He's in a different place in his life right now. He's older, he's a daddy. He realizes, listen, all the girls I was trying to chop down back in the day, like, I now have a daughter and I don't want that same life for her. Like, I want her to realize she's a queen, and I want her, she's like, he got the inspiration from Nicki. Nicki said, I want my daughter to be like Nicki. She gonna be a monster, but no menages. Like, that's dope. And anybody, I think, I don't have any kids yet, but to any, all my friends who have children, especially any of them who have daughters, I know they can relate to that feeling of when they're younger, probably being in a different headspace about relationships and about sex and family and all that stuff. And then when you actually start having kids, you get older, that kind of becomes different for you. So I've not experienced it yet. I don't have no kids, but that was a dope track. I think, especially to all the black men out there, all the black men with daughters that you are taking care of, that you're not taking care of, listen to Violent Crimes, because it's definitely a great reflective track to think about how you relate to your own child, how your child helps you relate back to your own experiences when you were in your younger self, doing all types of crazy shit. So that was a dope way to end the album. And just a great track for this time period we're living in right now, especially in the midst of the Me Too movement and everything. That was a dope track to hear. The tracks this is my first listen, but the tracks I wasn't really feeling off of first listen like that. I wasn't really feeling All Mine, and I want to say No Mistakes too. Like the really short tracks, I wasn't feeling much. Like the ones that were like 2 minutes, All Mine and No Mistakes, I wasn't really feeling like that. But I'll go back and hear them again. Ghost Town, I'm not gonna say I didn't like that track, but I like the rock influence in that track, and I think Cudi sounded great with his vocal. But I feel like that track was kind of like all over the place somewhat. But I'm gonna go back and hear it again. But that track just didn't catch me that much off the first listen. But I'll go back and hear it again. Apart from that, in terms of credits and producers and all that stuff, we have Kanye producing the entire album. He's the primary producer on all the tracks. Then we also have Mike Dean producing a lot of the tracks. We also have Francis and the Lights, who produced 2 of the tracks I didn't like that much, All Mine and Ghost Town. But those are pretty much the main producers on the album. And then for features, we have a bunch of people who are not credited. We have Valet, who's I think he's a brand new signee of Good Music. I don't know much about him, but looking forward to seeing what he's gonna do in music. Ty Dolla $ign is on a few of these tracks. Party Next Door and Jeremiah on Wouldn't Leave. Kid Cudi and Charlie Wilson on No Mistakes. Party Next Door is also on Ghost Town, as well as Kid Cudi. And Violent Crimes has Ty and Nicki Minaj at the end. And then there's a person called 070 Shake on a few of the tracks as well. I'm not sure who that is. But yeah, all in all, I don't think I wouldn't say this album is bad at all. I don't think it's a masterpiece off of first listen, but I'm gonna go back and review it again. But off of my first rating for the album, I think I'd probably give this album 3.5 out of 5 like I did with Daytona. I'll probably give it 3.5 out of 5. I might regret it later. I might want to give it a higher score or a lower score for now, but for my first listen, I'm gonna give it 3.5 out of 5, alright? That's my rating. Alright y'all, but that was my reaction and my review for Kanye West's new album, Yay. I gave y'all my reaction, I gave y'all my review, I gave y'all my rating, but let me know what y'all thought about the album down in the comment section, okay? Comment down below what you thought about my video, about my rating, about this album in general. What was your favorite track? What was your least favorite track? What do you think about the album? Do you think it's one of Kanye's best? Do you think it's one of Kanye's worst? Do you think it's like, you know, somewhere in the middle? Just let me know what you think about all that down in the comment section, okay? If you haven't already, hit this video with a like, hit that like button, smash it right now, share this video, and subscribe to my channel, okay? I appreciate it. And like I always say, guys, continue to live your best life, drink more water, stay woke, and if you're mad or sad, go listen to your favorite song. It'll make you feel better, okay? Go listen to your favorite song. But thank y'all for watching. This has been your boy Brights, the R&B kid. But for now, I'm signing off, baby. Bye, y'all.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no, 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 no. I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no, no, no. Relax just a little bit. You don't gotta worry, you can just have fun.